Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another tool video. You guys might be wondering, well, what did you replace this time? Well, today I have increased my amount of Milwaukee tools and I replaced my impact. Now we're going to do a comparison of my Milwaukee impact, my new Milwaukee impact, compared to my old Harbor Freight impact. And as you guys are about to see, I'm going to try to bust off a lug nut off the SS here with my Harbor Freight impact. So I want to just do a little comparison of this Milwaukee versus Chicago electric impact. And now the front wheels are torqued down to the factory spec. I believe it's 140 foot-pounds, and I just want to show you guys how much this is of a struggle this is going to be. Alright, hasn't broken loose yet. It's turned a little bit. Alright, so there you go. That's a little bit of it struggles. Like the Milwaukee is gonna be lighter. I'll get a weight on this thing and I'll tell you what the difference between the two is. And it just doesn't want to break these loose. Now I have not broke these loose with a breaker bar or anything. You know, this is just testing the impact strength you know, with properly torqued lug nut. So I'm just gonna try one more. Alright guys, I don't know if you saw that, but I was holding the socket, just keeping it, you know, in place. Just making sure that it wasn't like gonna spin around, vibrate a lot. And by holding the back of it, it wasn't going. Finally, with a slight twist of my thumb, you know, I actually got it to break loose, and that's what got the socket loose. So, you know, for what it is, I mean, this isn't a bad tool, but I think, you know, the design could be improved upon. I kind of held out for a while on buying one of these because I wasn't sure which one I was going to get. Like, I looked at Snap-on and Matco and various other brands, but I just didn't see one that I was super, you know, happy with. So I figured I bought this. I believe it was about $100 with the battery and charger. And I'll be honest guys, I've got a little less than $200 in my Milwaukee half-inch impact. Now, this does have the LED, you know, as you guys can see on screen. It's got the little LED, but it's the position it is and how weak the LED is. It's kind of worthless. So that's one thing. I'm not sure what the max impact on this is. I think it's like 150 to 200 foot-pounds, so this doesn't have a lot of strength. But I mean, I guess for the price, it's okay. But I do want to get a weight of this, and I'll have to bust out a weight for that. But I'll weigh this and let you guys know what it is compared to the Milwaukee impact is. And the other thing is, this is an old nickel-based battery, you know, the old style battery technology. Yeah, I believe it's nickel-based. It's not lithium-ion. Yeah, NICD, nickel cathode. Nickel, yeah, I believe that's nickel cathode. So old technology. It weighs a ton. This thing is stupid heavy. Like I said, I'll get a weight later. And the other feature that this doesn't have any power settings. The Milwaukee, as I'll show you in a little bit, has like 4 different settings. It's got like basically 100, 200, 300, 400 foot-pound buttons. That's not entirely accurate, but you know, it's like one is the weak, one would be about what you use for lug nuts and stuff like that. This thing maxes out on one setting, so it's just they could be improved upon. I'll be honest guys, I'm not even sure Chicago Electric is a brand anymore. You know, every couple of years, Harbor Freight decides to rebrand their power tools. I mean, they're the same thing. Sometimes they update the LEDs and they update the batteries to a lithium ion, but I believe they have not changed this brand. If it's Chicago Electric, it's not gonna be their pneumatic brand. So I'm not really sure, but anyway, so that's just a little demonstration of my old school Chicago Electric, and now we'll go on to the Milwaukee brand and show you guys what that's all about. Alright guys, as you just saw, that Harbor Freight impact struggled to get those lug nuts off. So let's try to bust off one of the lug nuts on the front of the SS and show you how much effort it takes. Alright guys, so in the direct comparison, let's leave the Milwaukee impact on 1. As you guys can see, it's on 1. Actually, the flashlight's right there. So it's on 1. Let's try to bust it loose. It's on reverse. All right, so that wasn't too bad. Now, if we put it on 2, that might be the better setting. Yeah, okay, 2, guys, that broke that right loose. 2 is definitely the one to use for trying to bust these loose. I'll have to look up what the torque specs are, but I don't really remember them offhand. But anyway, so 2 worked first pull. So let's put on tight. All right, guys, that ain't going anywhere. So there's a direct comparison of, you know, the one, you know, setting number 1, setting number 2 on the Milwaukee, and my old Harbor Freight. So there you go, guys. That's a direct comparison of these impacts using hopefully a good scientific little method of using lug nuts and just the ease of taking them on and off. So, you know, the overall features, this thing, like I said, it's way more powerful than the old Harbor Freight impact that I had. And this is new technology. It's a brushless motor in here. As you guys can see, it's brushless. I will say this is definitely heavier than my old Harbor Freight impact, the Chicago pneumatic, whatever Chicago Electric brand that was. And I think that one weighed about 5 pounds. Guys, this is probably closer to 7, maybe 8. This thing feels quite beefy, to be honest. This one has a flashlight. So if you guys look at it's got a little LED flashlight in it. The Harbor Freight one had one as well, but that thing was pretty much worthless. It didn't light anything up. This being in the handle, I've seen people complain about that, saying that, you know, it's like, what are you trying to shine your light on? Like, it's not like in where you're trying to get something loose, you know, try to tighten something or try to loosen something. So that's kind of one complaint I saw people say. But beyond that, the battery has worked pretty well so far. I've charged it fully once, and these things just make an incredible amount of torque. Now, like I said, that Harbor Freight's several years old. It may have been better when it was brand new with a brand new battery in it, but I don't remember it ever being that great. If you guys know what I mean. I mean, it sure as hell beat tightening all these down by freaking hand, or using a wrench, or, you know, using a socket, a half-inch socket wrench. It sure as hell beat that. But yeah, I just don't remember it ever being like as powerful as this unit is. So I will say this, one word of caution: you guys got to be careful with these impacts. If you put that thing on 3 and send it like full strength, I almost could guarantee you guys could snap a stud, a wheel stud. Just those things make that much damn torque. Like, just go, and you could probably snap a stud like that. Like, I wouldn't be shocked at all. You know, I could see that actually happening quite often. So that's one thing to worry about. Now this one, guys, I did piece it together because the impact, the battery, and the charger. I actually have the charger over here, guys. The charger is actually kind of cool. So if you guys are planning on upgrading to the Milwaukee brand, you guys can actually skip the M12 chargers and just buy this one, because this particular charger, item number, has a really long serial number. But anyway, as you guys can see, it's got the M12 in the left corner and it's got the M18 in the right corner. And I've actually used this to charge both batteries. So what I'm probably going to do is sell one of those M12 chargers, because I simply don't need 3 of them. But if you guys are kind of starting off, so here's what I did. I bought the 3/8 impact. I'm sorry, the 3/8 ratchet. Like, that's the best tool, I think, for a DIY mechanic that you guys can use. The next thing I bought was the shop light. That's actually behind me over in the corner. The third thing I bought was this 1/2-inch impact for, you know, taking wheels off and maybe taking subframe bolts out. Maybe in retrospect, if you guys kind of do what I did and piece them together, because once you buy one of the M12 batteries, you really don't need to buy another one. I mean, yeah, maybe you should, but buy the dual charger if you're kind of going to go with the Milwaukee brand. And this dual charger will save you some money. I think it's about 40 bucks, give or take. And the battery wasn't expensive either, maybe like another 30 bucks. Anyway, I went way off tangent here. I went from talking about the batteries and chargers to the rest of the Milwaukee tools that I own, but I didn't mean to, but you know, it kind of happens. But I'm just giving you guys as much information as I can think of. And I'll have to say this, I have to blame YouTube for all these Milwaukee tools, because a lot of the guys I watch, like Taylor Ray, Adam LZ, and as like I mentioned in the other video, Trevor at Motion Auto TV, you know, these guys all use the Milwaukee brand stuff. And I actually just saw a video where Sloppy Mechanics did, you know, where he just got sponsored by them. So hey, that's cool, you know. I hope Milwaukee might see my videos and say, hey, you know, we want to send you something. That would be awesome, because I could use it. So, but anyway, I just want to give you an honest review on all these tools, and you guys will see them in all my future videos. I hope I've given you some good information with the chargers, the batteries, the ratchets, the lights, the impact, and you know, I should hopefully be able to get working on the cars quicker and become more efficient. So that's just another thing. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please do. Also hit that bell notification button. That way you guys know when I upload new content. And also, if you guys want to help support the channel, click the links below. I'll have links to the charger, the battery, and the impact, and also my apparel. And every time you guys contribute to the channel, it goes right back to you guys creating new content for you. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.